That's going to be it. Now they can hear me. You can hear me. We're here, guys. Welcome back to the Commish Corner podcast. We don't do this as often as we should. We're probably going to start putting this out a lot more often just because it's a lot of fun. But we wanted to kind of sit down and talk to some guests. And let's talk about SPA. Let's talk about what we... Yeah. There's still no sound? KPs, there's still no sound? Don't lie to me, bro. You're going to hurt my heart. If there's still no sound and this little thing says there's sound, it's lying to me, and that's not cool.
Now we have sound. Okay.
Yes. All right, so we're going to talk about SPA, what we kind of went through. We're going to talk about the where we're going, the funds, the not so funds. To introduce our guest tonight, we've got up here, we got Kylo, the man, the myth, the legend. He's graced us with his presence. We've had a lot of fun with Kylo this year. It's been a really good experience. And then over here, we've got the man formerly known as Mayor. That's kind of like Prince, bro. Like you're like when Prince was formerly known as Prince, you're like now formerly known as Mayor. That's cool. You know?
Just change his name to a symbol. That would be cool too.
So you go. He's got the purple lights and everything. So pretty good. So let's talk about the old before we talk about the new. What was your guys' experience like last year with Madden 21 with SPA?
You want to go first, Kylo?
Yeah, I'll go first. It was really good, especially when I got into Legacy. The energy was just better there overall for most of it, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of competition at the top, and I really liked coming from other leagues, like how it was very creative the way you guys do, or free agents, trading, the trade calculator, all of that just made it like an extremely more immersive, realistic feel throughout the whole thing. So it was a lot of fun.
What about you? Are we just calling you SK now? You want me to call you Gaming, Mr. Gaming?
You could, for the sake of the podcast, you can still call me Mayor because it looks like this.
All right, Mayor.
I'll still accept Mayor.
Okay. All right.
Being an A1 day one, we're talking about Legacy?
Yep. Well, the entire experience here, because I'm going to talk about my entire experience.
Yeah, the entire experience has always been just glory, man. We always find ways to outdo ourselves. Every year, every Madden, new users, great vibes, just great energy overall, and great gameplay. Everyone's doing their job, everyone's getting their games in, and just everyone's just having an overall great experience. Hopefully that keeps up.
Yeah, I hope so too. How was your experience?
Surprisingly, the most success I probably had in Madden.
Yeah, you were really good this year.
As far as wins and stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best team I've put together in Madden, personally. So, like, personal accomplishments there. Like, that's what I took from it. But, I mean, it's always a good experience, right? Like, I liked having Kylo in because we actually play the Patriots quite a bit, so him and I got to play, and I like playing good players. Like, Mayor and I played, like, every single preseason. We would have, like, preseason week 4 was our game. Every single season, it just worked out that way.
Yeah, it was.
So
I think you get the same preseason opponents every offseason.
Yeah, I think, however it worked out. But, yeah, we got that matchup every, we didn't get to play every single time, but it's still fun. Like to do that. So, competition was great. I got to beat Trey several times, which really felt fucking good, I'll be honest. He's super good, so that felt great. I don't know, it was a nice high to like kind of go off on for sure for me.
I don't want this to come across like I didn't have a fun time, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was the least enjoyable Madden year that we've had so far.
I thought we were staying positive, but
no, I'm not gonna lie. Like
it's just the game itself that wasn't great, but
I think so. This year we went with the 2 leagues. This year, 3 leagues at one point with the NBA league, with the MLB, with PGA. Yeah. Like we went through so many things. So for me this year, I think over the past 5 years before this, I think we had gotten to a point where we weren't sure what we were capable of. I think for a lot of us, myself included, I thought we could do 2 leagues, no problem. Let's just go. This has been working so well for so long. that's just kind of the energy I took in with it. I just thought we were going to be able to do it. I got to give a huge shout out to guys like Soden and the OMFLs and these other leagues that have multiple, the MSRs that have these multiple leagues. I don't want to put my energy into 2 leagues like that, because like what I felt like happened was, I feel like when SPA is one league where we've been in the past, I feel like we were really connected. We were all really on the same page. We'd found 32 users that were really striving for the same goal. And I think once we split from that, I think half the league went to Pandora, the other half stayed, then some went to Infinity. And I think half the league then was made up of people that were really, really pushing, but I don't think the other half did. And I really think that watered down our product. And I don't want to water down the product. I do this for fun, like I want to enjoy it. And I really think we stressed the limits that the Commish team could go through this year. I think we found as many reps as we possibly could that would just stay on the day-to-day. So as much fun as I had, because I had a good experience. It was a lot of fun. I think we had a better experience than a lot of other leagues probably had. Out of the 6 years we've done, this was the least enjoyable one that I've had so far.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I will say, I'm in both MSR and Soden and have been for longer than here. And, it's kind of just was the way Madden was. And we spoke about it, me and Mo. It's kind of the way this cycle was at times for everywhere, where the energies died off. And especially in teams that had multiple leagues within them, it was kind of just a vibe. So it definitely was still disappointing to see that here, because the energy was so good when I was first here in the earlier on the cycle, but it's not like, I don't know if it was totally just like an SPA exclusive issue kind of thing,
It's a thing we feel it in some form every year, I feel like.
Yeah.
I do think the fact that we had so much going on amplified it this year a little bit too.
Oh, it absolutely did. I think in years past, I can only talk about the Commish team from my own experience. I think in years past, we all went through ups and downs throughout the year where the other ones would lift us up, and it was there were times where we were all on the same page and all really gunning. But for the most part, it's good to have a team of commissions, because it's good to have people that can hold you up when you just don't really feel it, right? And this year, when we went to the 3 different leagues, even at one point, I just felt like we were so far away from what we were all doing, that it just made it a really hard experience to stay on the same page, to help people where that they're slacking. Because I'll be honest, when I wasn't in Pandora, when things were slacking, I didn't really know what was slacking, because on my own end, I didn't do enough to hold myself accountable to make sure that all of those things were knotted up. I was just no, we got commissions over there, we can do it. When it was Legacy, there were things that I failed to mention to my fellow commish team members, that they were like, why didn't you tell me that? I was like, I forgot. In years past, we were all just kind of looking at it together, and it all just kind of came, and we all got the info. Now we were getting to a point where we were having to almost fill each other in and things that were going on. It just did not make it an enjoyable experience. So I am looking forward to getting back to one league, especially for that part, is to get us all back on the same page. I
think a solution to that, now I think we talked about bringing everybody into one room, all reps from all. If we do that, we have now a team of leaders like that. You know what I mean? It within the entire community. So if we branched off to add more leagues, keeping that in mind of, okay, now we need to make this chat where all of us are in here, because something is going to be made in this league, and I'm not going to know about it because I'm only in this chat or this chat, or I'm really only in this league. But if all of us are in there, and we have the 4 to 8 reps in this league, and then however many are in that league, and we're all in there, I think that could.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm a big fan of getting people all talking together. Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay, so the Madden 21 experience, it is what it is. We got through it. We all learned a lot. I don't count it as a negative experience, because I learned a ton about how much I really want to push those people around me, how much I want them to push me. So I like that aspect. Is I think we now have realistic goals for what we want to do. We're getting into Madden 22 though.
Neither one of these guys has a team yet, huh?
I was just going to say that.
Are you guys even going to be in the league next year? Or are you guys going to be with me?
I'm the only one in this whole group right now.
Out. These guys don't have a team yet.
Huh. No chance Mayor doesn't have a team, but I haven't been here as long, obviously, so I don't know.
Okay. Would you knock it off? Would you cut it off? You're not going anywhere, bro. Spoiler, you got a team. You just haven't been announced yet, alright? And Mayor, sorry, we just didn't want to give you the Buccaneers again. I want to tell you this now, so you're not like.
Let's talk about this. How have you guys, as two people that have not gotten teams yet, and I'm sure you both know that you're probably getting squads.
Yeah, you got
if for anybody watching this that doesn't have a team, and you're like, how do they know they're getting squads and we don't? Because they do stuff like this. Because every time that I reach out and I go, hey, I need some help with something, I don't expect anybody to reach out and say they're going to, but these two keep doing it. So
these guys are the culture of SPA.
Like, that's what SPA
This is
really
why
is.
they know they have a team. There's no doubt here because they do exactly what is expected of them in the community. So, and they go above and beyond. So that's why they know. That's why it is the way it is. So shove it, I guess.
Yeah, so it really is one of those things that I think both of you are well aware that you're probably getting squads. Mayor's a day one member. I think he obviously knows who he's probably going to get. I'm going to guess and say that it's
the Saints.
Yeah. As two members that don't have teams yet, how have you enjoyed the reveal videos?
Good, man. Those reveal videos. I feel like I kind of started the little trend with the videos from my cell phone, and then Darius took it a whole.
Yeah.
I can't do that stuff. I'm gonna keep
it clean.
But from I did stuff, they shout out to Darius to a different level. The music, the voice, this freaking Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
What guys make those videos? It's super dope, man. I can't say much more about it.
Yeah.
Kylo, have you liked him or do you hate him since we haven't said your name yet?
I mean, like, obviously I enjoyed them. They're really fun. How like personalized they are, and how like each guy the reveal aspect of each individual team has been like exciting for each one because you don't really know. Obviously, for most of them, obviously some of them kind of give it away right when it comes up. But most of them you don't really know until the team actually pops up and you see the guy's name, it's really fun. So I haven't got a team. I've tuned into every one. It's been like, damn, not this time, but we'll keep watching.
So Landon does the voiceovers. He makes them personal. You guys are both on here. Now is your time to say whatever you'd like to maybe have in the video. Take it for what you want. That's it.
Kylo?
Give me a second. I have no idea. I kind of like when some people make it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. I like that.
I won't lie. I have good things written down for almost every single team so far.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I feel like because I have a great idea of where I am going to be, I'm just going to say it's already my division.
Okay. He wants to put a quote in there. It's his division.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Quoted to say.
If you have this Bucks team, how it's coming out, and it's not your division, bro, you're terrible.
That's the truth.
I'm also going to say this. There might be somebody in this chat that is going to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Listen, I'll take that challenge because
I like this.
Matter of fact, fuck it. I am going to be talking shit. Because he has probably been my most consistent rival. Ever since he bounced, I've been basically running roughshod for the NFC South. Mm-hmm. So, it said Kylo is in my division, even though he spanked me the first time we played. I'm going to be able to learn tendencies. Because that's what I like to do with whoever is in my division. And usually that's when I start to pick them apart. I might get my ass with the first year, my ass with the second year. But trust and believe, that third, fourth year, everything else is going to start coming back around.
Let me ask you guys this. I don't have this written down, but it just kind of came to me. Let's just say you both are in the same division. right? And let's
For
just say, for instance, there's a team in your division that's still open. And all the people like the KP Gaming, the Smokes, the Young Abu Dhabis, all these different people, they're fighting for this said team, right? Let's just say that's what's happening, for instance, okay? Who would you say right now is sticking out that hasn't had their name announced, that you aren't sure if they're getting a team or not, that you're like, SPA does not want to be without that guy?
Ooh. You said Smokes, Young Abu Dhabi, and who?
KP Gaming. He's in the chat right now. He's actually talking a lot. He took over the
now's
UFC
your time
thing.
to talk shit, Mayor, if you wanted to. He's in the chat. Just saying.
I think I'd have to go with KP Gaming there. Young Abu Dhabi's a close second, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they're all great users. They haven't been here long. Of course, they still need to get their feet wet a little bit. I can't say.
Okay.
To me, because I think those guys as much, so I'm not going to just put one guy cover because again, I don't have that one-on-one experience with them.
We also have users that aren't playing right now. Like Matt is still looking for a team. Danny Hackenor, he's looking for a team. What would be your guys' advice to some of these users that are sitting there going like a Smokes that's sitting there going like, I really, really want a squad. What do I got to do? Like, what would be your guys' advice to them?
Stay active. Just stay present, man. Because at the end of the day, we can only just support ourselves and just get our own name out there. If you show if you're active, you're consistent. That's the biggest part, consistency. If you're consistent and just continue to not only show love, but show proper love, but you can give somebody shit. We're all brothers and sisters here. We're just one. We are a village turned into a gigantic city. I believe that's how it is. So just I guess that's just the one word for me. Just stay consistent.
Kylo, what would you say?
Consistency, activity is huge. You got to be in the chat. You got to be supporting content, be in things. Be in the chats for things like this. Show out for stuff. Anything that's going on, you got to really just have your name be out there. Even if you're just kind of click it on and leave it on, just say, "Hey, I'm here," kind of thing in somebody's stream that's going on. That's the way to do it. Because I remember like when I was starting to get my streams going a little bit more, I saw Mayor in like almost all of my streams all the time, or SK, sorry. What the fuck?
No, fine, it's fine. Because that's exactly what you see pop up, Mayor.
Yeah, so you see people like that. You see Trey and a lot of those stuff. I've seen Moe and all of my stuff. You gotta make your name known to everybody in the league that you're here and you're supporting everything.
Yes, and I have a bad memory since I started smoking a year ago. So my memory's a little bit shoddy. And if your name or gamer tag isn't as consistent as I would see, then I'm probably not going to remember it. So again, just keep poking the bear, man.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about Brian coming back into the league. We're going to talk about Fitt stepping away this year. He's not going to play this year. And we're going to talk about this new SPA media department. We'll be right back. Guys, welcome back to the show. All right. The big news coming out of this last reveal, right, was that Nick is back. I'm sorry, it's not Nick back as a Bears. Everyone knew that was happening. Brian frickin' Laser is back. Now, he's an OG member. He was an OG rep. If anybody doesn't know who frickin' Laser is, when we first started SPA, he was going, he's a Hall of Famer. He was going by Lucky Lieber at the time. He was actually the only reason I joined into MSPA. I had originally said no, that I wasn't going to do it. I was going to go do... now I'm having a brain fart. What was the one with Tom's brother, Mayor?
Well, that
I was going to go do that league, right?
Uh-huh.
They'd offered me Arizona. I was going to head over there. Then Brian was like, no, I'm doing this. I really want you to come. So I came, right? He was a rep forever. Then I was like, yo, there's no reason for you guys. Him and Moni were doing so much work. I was like, there's no reason for me to be the only commissioner. Let's do it, and we'll hold the vote together. He was commissioner forever. He became a Hall of Famer. He stepped away because he wasn't sure he was getting the next-gen Xbox. He didn't want to go through the whole process of having to leave the league, whatever. So he was just like, you know what? If I'm not progressing, then I'm just going to be done now. But now he's got the Xbox, and he is taking over Wayne's team. Now, if those of you that don't know Wayne, every year we do the Wayne Douglas Sportsmanship Award. I'm sure he would laugh at that because Wayne was not the best sportsman.
No, he was so nice after a close game or a loss. He was like real tender.
Probably not, but I fucking love the dude.
Yeah.
I miss him all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a great guy, but we always want to see Detroit be Wayne's team. And I know at some point that's not going to happen. At some point somebody's probably going to take him that's like, I have no idea who Wayne even was. But this is not going to be that year. This year... And he passed away from cancer. I didn't mention that, but he passed away. This year, we've got Brian coming back to be Detroit.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about that?
I got because that reveal came up. I didn't know who it was. I guess I was kind of hoping
Watch out.
it might
Make
be
it.
a new user, maybe try to continue the legacy. But when I saw that freaking laser thing pop up, man, I'm not.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah. As soon as I got the news, amazing. Kylo, I mean, you don't really know.
Yeah, I don't.
So what did you...
I'd be excited for it.
Yeah? Okay. He's a legend, for sure. Just, I guess, trust me on that one. Great guy, too. Great human being. Brian.
Brian, yeah.
Yeah. Good people. And
Look, I meet a lot of people in the gaming community. Like, if somebody were to ask me, give me a list of the top 5 people that you've ever met. You got the Sodens. You've got Nate. You've got Bradley. You've got all of these different guys in all these communities. And people are going to listen to this and be like, oh, you fucking asshole, you didn't mention me. And I'm sorry, there's just so many of you. Brian is in that list. Easily one of the most selfless people I have ever met in any avenue of my life. I could not be happier to have him back here. To me, it's people like that make the SPA community, the brotherhood that we all have. I am floored that he's coming back.
yeah.
That's dope.
Let's talk about Fitt.
Yo, what up?
You're not coming back this year.
No, I'm not.
Why?
Several things. Let's start. I was not happy with the game, first and foremost, okay? I spend money on the games, okay? I am not going to spend money on this next game. It's not going to happen. I'm not buying it. I won't play it. I won't download it. Until I'm convinced otherwise, I'm not getting this game. And then, two, I'm in a master's program. I got some other things going on, too. But I'm not going to play this game. This is just not... It had some good wins, but it's just not... Yeah. It's not the experience I quite want. And it was more of a hassle than it was anything else. But I'm going to remain in the chat. I'm going to be in the Commish League. I actually kind of like this idea to be out of the leagues and just kind of give my input. I think it's going to give me kind of a bird's eye view of things, and I think that's actually going to be good for the league. So,
DG Ice is in the chat, and he says, what's the over-under for 1 month?
Oh no, I'm telling you.
Here's what I know about Fitt. If he's stepping away, it's probably for a minute. He's very. If he does something, it's not just nonchalantly. It's for a reason. But here's the other thing. I would not be shocked to see Fitt still be engaged with, 1, the community, 2, with what we're doing on the Commish chat, but 3, I don't know anybody that loves the offseason more than what Fitt loves the offseason. When it comes to free agency, when it comes to guys building their squads, when it comes to the draft, like that's why, in my opinion, he does what he does. This year he won a lot of games, but before this year, we were just doing this for the offseason.
Yeah,
he just
like go to the playoffs here and there.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
kind of
it's cool, but like let's build squads.
Yeah.
So I could absolutely see. Right, I could absolutely see Fitt staying engaged in some portion of that, and I'll pitch them at some point in the future and be like, "Yo, do you want to do like a rookies breakdown? We'll talk about like the guys coming in and give them storylines or something." Like I think there's absolutely an avenue to
maybe
stay
I could
engaged.
be like the who's the guy who does the rookies in real life?
Like a draft guru or something.
Yeah, I'll be like a McShay
You're
or
McFit.
a Kuiper or something. You know, like I'll just be like that guy, and maybe I'll do that. Something like that.
Which would
That'd
be really
fun.
cool.
That would be actually probably more fun.
There's absolutely ways that I see him staying engaged.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you guys, right? Pitch him. Why is this year that he should stay?
So I mean,
He won't, but go for it.
if you're all about the off season and stuff, which a lot of us are, that's kind of how I am, man. Like this is the year where it could legitimately be a real change to how the off season and the whole aspect of that works. Now, is it gonna be right away? No. So I get take your time off, maybe do the master's program. That stuff takes precedence. But I mean, just see how the game works with that. You might change your mind once you see how some of that stuff works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Mayor, you don't have to say anything.
I don't have to say anything.
You can though. The floor's open. Floor's open. Go ahead.
Because you can't get on your house.
You can come in.
And I think
What?
legacy
Yeah.
is the pure speed that and which was just unfair. It was like a Kansas City on steroids. It was Kansas City on steroids. But yeah, man, like Kylo said, maybe some of the stuff that they implement, maybe it'll give you a lot more in-depth stuff, because we know maybe tight ends wasn't bad, were good. O-line was so fucking shoddy. Yeah, it was like a double-edged sword. The scouting was shitty.
Morgan, go.
Shitty. So I can understand why you would want to take a break. I kind of wanted to take a break a little while ago, especially being trying to be in all 3 leagues, trying to make sure at least some type of push was being consistent enough. But I guess just sit back, enjoy the little vacation. Because I feel like it is going to be a little one. I'm going to take that. I'm probably go over. I'll probably say a month and a half, maybe 2. Because you need to get that. You need to get that master's.
Yeah, that's going to be like a year or so.
I think Fitz needs a visual of probably 2 off seasons. That's probably when we're going to get some pretty good updates. Because I heard that franchise update.
Are you kidding me?
You
dying?
Until September maybe. So
Go. Yeah.
I feel like 2 good off seasons. Probably look in depth on how scouting, how you can try and trick people into after somebody that you want them to think that you can draft. Maybe you just need to see that, see how the team building is, see how the coaching system is. But then, maybe you might just dive back in.
Maybe. I don't know about that. But actually, what I would like, though, I really am interested in the new scouting. All that stuff is interesting to me. Do not get me wrong. I'd like to maybe pull some guys, those maybe that first off season from you guys, if I can, just to kind of see if I can, put a board together or something, like a little mock draft or something. If you guys didn't mind, I'm gonna ask several users. I know that is like prime information. You know, I wouldn't give it up. I'm just like, that's just me. So like, if you didn't want to, fine. But if anybody did, or if anybody wants some input on team building or anything, like not you guys specifically, but the league in general, hit me up, because I'm alright at it. I'm decent at it. So, you know, that would be fun. That would be fun for me.
It's another chance, or if one of these new guys get another team, hey man, hit up Fitz, pick his brain, see what he did, see what his mistakes was.
Yeah.
Cause he had a couple.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers wasn't always great, but that last legacy team, that's
yeah,
really stood out.
It was a lot of fun. Before we move on to the next one, I want to give a huge shout out to Serious Mac for doing the videos that he's doing. I just don't think you can give people enough love for going above and beyond and doing things they don't have to do. Same with you guys for being on the show. Huge thank you for all of it. Yep. Every little bit helps, so I really appreciate it all. Let's get into this new SPA media department. I put out a tweet a message a few days ago, and I asked, like, hey, we need a media director because we're starting. I want to get more involved in the league crawler community as an SPA member. I'd like to get more involved over at MCS, these different places that are around the community. And I got nobody that messaged me back, like, at all. Like, not one. Right? So I put that message out, like, I didn't hear anything. Kylo almost immediately messaged me. Cookie almost immediately messaged me. Cool Breeze almost immediately messaged me. And Cookie was the first one, so I was like, I offered it to him immediately. As soon as he said he wanted it, I was like, you're the first one. No one messaged me back, so take it, right? But then this team kind of formed, right? And now we have not just a media manager, but we have a media, almost like a department, like with a bunch of users doing it. Kyle, you stepped up to do that. What's your experience been like so far in the media department?
I've been really surprised, pleasantly surprised about the energy, because it's like, you know, we kind of had a conversation before. It's just like, I joined SPA because I was searching for more realism out of Madden, and I wasn't getting that. That was to a lesser extent in other leagues, but I wanted to get that here. But I wasn't really sure I had much time to do much else. But I was like, I saw you guys need help. I was like, I can definitely help out with some social media stuff, and that's what I thought it was going to be. But then, you know, Cookie and Cool Breeze, both of them really just kind of headed up all these crazy creative ideas to really make it not just, you know, supporting content on a Twitter type thing. It's really a whole department kind of just content creating, really, and supporting others' content like that. So it's really exciting stuff that I think could be coming in the near future with that.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons that I was so gung-ho to get a show out tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. Seeing all you guys be like, yo, we could do this, this, and this. I immediately, when I'm doing the League Crawler podcast, like that comes out every single week. I've talked to Fitt about wanting to do the Commish Corner podcast in the past every week, but I think when we restarted at that point, it was like the deadest part of the Madden season. No one wanted to do anything. So it just kind of like faded away. But now as it's going, it's really easy for me to kind of to do these things. And now we have a media department. I was like, if they're going to bust their ass and they're going to get in here and they're going to start putting these ideas together, like what kind of person am I knowing that I have the capabilities to do things like this and I'm just not doing them, you know? So it was very easy for me to just kind of jump in to do that. Mayor, have you seen that we have a media department?
I've seen the message. I wanted to actually do it so bad, but again, I don't have the equipment that I want to go as in depth as I want to, because I'm a very tech savvy person, and even with the videos that I did put out, all of that was for my cell phone. So imagine what I could possibly do with, you know, a PC or something like that. So again, I wanted to do it, but I felt as though if I had tried to do it, it would have been half-assed. This league doesn't deserve that.
No, I get it, but okay, so now that we've got you on, if you do some of the things really well, but you are lacking in the other areas, what if there was a team that had those other areas and were lacking in the things that you provide?
I guess I can.
They should pay us.
Product placement.
Try and throw some ideas out there. You know, just try and use my brain, maybe pick some other guys' brains, give them some video ideas, some cut ideas, just stuff like that. It might work. It might work.
I would encourage anybody that has any kind of creative desire. Like if you have a creative bone in your body, in my opinion, I think the guys that are in the media department right now, just seeing how they're pinging ideas back and forth, I won't lie to you. I was not prepared to see that chat blow up. And in my opinion, like I walked back into there, and I don't know if Kylo had the same experience I did, but I walked into that chat the other day. There was like 40 plus messages that I'd had. I was like, holy shit! Like these guys are like storming away at ideas. I would encourage anybody that has a creative bone in their body that's wanting to grow, jump into communities like that. Maybe not this one. If you're in another league and they've got something, whatever it is, I would definitely encourage you to do that, because watching these guys kind of grow with their own ideas just in the span of a few days has been a ton of fun to watch. So to see that then go to the next step where they've got these new things. I almost hit you in the face, and I apologize.
No, you weren't even close.
To see these new things coming up.
I was like Kobe.
It's cool to see them kind of growing together. It's been dope.
Yeah. No, it really is. It's cool. I don't have to do anything. You just pop in. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, these are great ideas. All right, I'm going to leave.
They're like, we want to do this, and this. And I was like, I can do that. I can do. Like, if you need that, let me know. I can do that. And they're like, hold up. No, we're going to do this on a nice process. Like, we're going to go. Like, these guys are killing it, man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's kind of how I felt when I came in there. It's like I woke up the next day, and it's like I woke up at like 10:30. I came in, it's like, oh, these guys, they got that energy. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm pretty well versed with like creating content and stuff. Other than like my only weakness, I would say, is like making those commercials and videos like Mo does. But like everything else, like kind of know how it works at this point. So it's like, all right, let me see what I can do to help make this thing happen and get it off the ground. And, you know, we kind of just kept pinging ideas after that. It's been cool to see that kind of energy this point of the cycle when not much Madden at all was going on.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Okay, I want to get into the last thing, then we're going to let you guys go. I appreciate the time that you've given us. I want to talk about some new ideas from Madden 22 that we kind of do outside the game, right? One of the ideas that I've had, and this will give you guys some time to be like, oh, fuck, you put me on the spot and think, right? One of my ideas has been an off-season program. Now, last year in Madden, we put in the rule that if you were less than, I think it was 280 pounds or 275 pounds, something like that, you couldn't play defensive tackle. Or there were
interior defensive
line, whatever it was. So there were some rules that we put in that had that. My idea was, why don't we come out with like an off-season program where every user gets like 30 points to spend, and adding 5 pounds to a guy might be 5 points. Adding strength to a guy might be 5 points, but you have the 30 points to spend however you do. And it might be way different than that, but that was kind of my idea that I am going to present to the commission rep team at some point this offseason to see should we get something like that going. Another idea that I had was restructuring contracts as guys sign new deals so that we can include the current year of deals. So let's say a rookie's on the last year of his deal where he's making like $100,000, right? Which it's typically more than that, but let's just say that's what it is. His new deal is going to pay him $10 million per year. Well, I can include that portion into this year, so now it's about $7 million per year, but this year's salary has gone up from like $100,000 to $7 million. So I'd like to see some restructuring. Do you guys have any ideas you would like to see SPA include into Madden 22 that would provide a more realistic experience? I wish I had the
So one thing that I always kind of wanted out of these is, like really, I think this could be the first year it might be possible. Having playbooks tied to the coordinators and coaches, and having to be able to rehire the actual coordinator with that playbook, I think is an awesome idea. So instead of like a team playbook draft, you could have coordinators and have those playbooks tied to them. And instead of doing that, you guys have to fight for those coordinators and hire them in the actual game. I don't know how it's going to work in Madden 22 necessarily. I know you can hire coordinators.
A coordinator draft, like we are like a free agency, maybe, or silent bidding system, perhaps. You silent bid on your coordinator that you want or whatever. That would be pretty cool, for sure.
There was actually a system in head coach 09, where it was teams that would be there trying to go for the best coordinators, defensive coordinators, trainers, special teams, running back, wide receivers. Like they had all of that.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
If we can, I guess try and maybe do like a stream. Guys live text in, or whoever is doing it, text in their bid like, okay, I want to go up 5 million, I want to go up 10 million, and we'll just have team. Hopefully if there's a button that you can do it, maybe just try to add, and if someone drops out, click them out, hit the X. Maybe we can do it that way. Just give it a minute timer. Have that coordinator up there. Have the team. Have the top maybe 5 to 10 teams. And just bid out. And whoever is the last one in that 1 minute gets the coordinator.
That's
to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on keeping my guys. I like both my books, so I plan on keeping both my guys the entire time. Good luck to everybody else.
I do like that idea.
Yeah, it's good. What we'll do at some point is I think there's a questionnaire that comes out at the end of every cycle that Nick does, and it gives you like a ranking, like did you enjoy this, did you not? And so we'll do something like that, but you're going to have opportunities, everybody that's watching, to go through and put new ideas in that you would like to see included, and then we'll go through all of those, figure out what ones we can do that would work well, and we'll go from there. Guys, that's all my questions. I have no more. Do you have anything you'd like to leave the SPA community with?
Okay, I'll leave it with something. Just wanted to say, this last whole cycle for Madden 21, even though it has been up and down, as a whole, across the whole community, it's been nice to be able to chill here and see that the couple guys really step up, like the SKs and like the trades, like the other people like that, and it's been nice to have that, like the Cushes, everybody like that. It's been nice, it's refreshing to see, kind of be 100% throughout the whole cycle. And I really enjoyed the energy that has been here towards that. So I just want to say appreciate that, and I'm excited for Madden 22.
Don't leave yourself out of there, brother. You did your fair part to make sure that was the type of environment we had. So I would include you just along with every one of those other guys. So huge shout out to you for the same props you're giving to everybody else. Mayor, what are you going to leave these people with?
Yeah, man, same thing. Hopefully you guys, everyone continues to just step up and just look out for the smaller guys. Again, I'm going to preach it every time you guys see me up here. Be consistent. Consistency shows a lot. If you might not get a shout out today, you might not get a shout out tomorrow. But eventually, you will be in that Hall of Fame, man. The Hall of Fame is somewhere where I'm aiming for. Hopefully, I'll get there pretty soon. I guess that's all I can say. Just be consistent. Be friendly. Bust each other's balls. Have fun. And let's go, man. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hall of Fame should be what everybody strives for. It is an incredible honor to have all these other people nominate you for that. So, if that's what you're shooting for, I highly encourage everybody to do that. You have anything you want to leave the SPA community with tonight?
No, I'll be around. That's all I gotta say. You'll know I'm still here. That's it. I will be present.
I wouldn't let Fitt just walk away and not do anything. We would keep him included in something. If he's coming over to my house to hang out, I would be like, hey, it's so awesome to see you. I'm actually going to start filming something right now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, if any, SPA overseer, I'll still be a voice in the community and that kind of thing. I'll still be observing. I'll be watching. I'll be trying to make this place as best it can be.
I want to go through. I want to give you guys some huge shout-outs. The guys that have been in the chat. KP has been all over this tonight. Huge shout-out for everything you're doing. He actually said let's do a top 10 plays for the 2022 cycle. That would be a cool thing. It's just really hard to get plays. So if somebody wants to collect those, that would be a hell of a thing because I've never been able to do that. But huge shout out to GG Ice for being here. Cookie's been in here a few times tonight. Yeah. Just huge shout out to you guys for coming through. It's a lot of fun to do this. I really like that we're doing it live now. Yeah. I have this recording, so as soon as this is done, I'm going to post it up on our YouTube channel. So those that didn't catch it live get a chance to do that. But again, huge shout out to all you guys for stopping by. This has been awesome.
I got to remember that little things there with the chat.
Yeah, they talk the whole time.
Like sometimes I'd look at it, but I haven't been really reading all that.
Yeah, no.
Appreciate the love, guys.
I also want to say, for those of you that are not aware, this Thursday is going to be my very first episode going live with the League Crawler podcast. We're going to have ex-CFL on. We're going to have Nick on from there. So we haven't had them on yet. It's a guy that I've wanted to get on for a really long time. But it's got some cool things coming, and that's going to transfer over here. KP, where's... This one's for you, buddy. Thanks for the $100 the 100 thing click, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hey guys,
see you guys
thanks
later.
for coming on. Seriously appreciate it.